And ignore the hair, guys, okay? I know that it looks weird. You know, I can't help it. I live in Texas, okay? The weather is bad. My hair is frizzy. It's a fro. I did the best I could. Hey guys, so a lot of y'all have been following me on my recent journey, and I just wanted to kind of fill you in on some things that I thought were interesting and I had never heard anybody talk about that had been on a similar journey that I'm going through. So I met with my oncologist and everything went good. My oncologist kind of went over the procedure and went over what is going to happen to me during my procedure. And so basically a larger portion than my original biopsy, because of the abnormalities that came out in my biopsy report. Now I have to go back in and with this oncologist and get a larger portion of my breast removed. So that being said, I've been telling, some family and friends about it. Given my recent video about finding out who my biological father is, sadly, some family members are not really being supportive of me right now. And that's okay. I know it's like a weird time and it's still hurtful, but hopefully they'll come around, anyways, I've been talking to, people and everything, sharing the details of everything I'm going through. And they were like, oh my God, that's so weird. Like, I've never heard of all of these kind of things. So I just want to kind of share that with y'all. So one of the things that I thought was interesting was before my surgery, my oncologist said that they're gonna have to go in because after they did my first biopsy, they put in this tiny little marker, like a surgical marker, and it's like in the shape of like the breast cancer ribbon, and it's supposed to be so that you can go, well, not you, but like doctors, or if there's any future like procedures needed, they can go in and they can see it. It'll show up on a mammogram, it'll show up on an MRI, it'll show up on other tests. So my oncologist said that little surgical marker is really, really small. My oncologist showed me a row of all of these ribbons and what they look like, and there's also different kinds of markers that are placed in breast, and they're small, like really small. So I can get why, this next thing needs to happen. So my surgery date is set. So I will be having my breast surgery soon. And, but before I get my breast surgery, there's like all these different things that I need to do, right? So like I need to take back the original mammogram, the diagnostic mammogram that they took, and the ultrasound, even though they weren't able to see anything on my ultrasound because they said that my breasts were extremely dense. I don't know, they still want to see it. Like, I don't get it. Anywho, so I have to go and get all of that, which I'm gonna pick that up. Then I gotta get blood work, which I already got. So thank God that's like one check off the list, right? And so then after that, I have to go and get this, not tracking device, it's like a transmitter into my boob, which I was like, are you gonna be tracking me? Like, I even asked my oncologist, like, are y'all gonna like leave that in my boob? Like, are you gonna be tracking me the rest of my life? And everybody laughed and was like, no. Anywho, oh my God, Opie, you're really gonna use the litter? Anywho, let him do his business. Don't mind him. I'll try to like hide y'all with my big poofy Texas hair today, and ignore the hair, guys, okay? I know that it looks weird. I can't help it. I live in Texas, okay? The weather is bad. My hair is frizzy. It's a fro. I did the best I could. Anywho, so that being said, so then like my oncologist was like explaining like, okay, so this transmitter, they're gonna go in, and just like the breast biopsy that you had before, they're gonna redo that procedure. So I was like, great, because the biopsy itself didn't hurt. The needle that they had to put all the way in my boobie to numb my boobie, it burned. Like I felt like my boob was on fire. And so I don't know why, but that song, this girl, but instead like this boob is, I don't know. Anyways, me and my sister joked about that too, because that ran through our minds. Anywho, so I'm so getting off track. So like what they're gonna do is they're gonna go in, numb up my boobie again, and then go in and put another hollow needle in there with this transmitter thingamabob, which I don't even know what it looks like. I don't even know how big it is. I didn't even think to ask these things, because honestly, while I was in my appointment, like all of this became so real and my mind just went blank. Like, those times when you were like taking a test and you knew the answers, but like for some reason your mind just went blank and you couldn't think of anything, and you were like, what's happening? I know it's in there, but it's like nothing. That is how I was during my appointment, which was weird. But I think that it was just because it was like, at first it didn't seem real, then I was going through emotions, and then everything got numb for me. And then all of a sudden, like hearing everything and about the surgery and blah, 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 blah. And it was like Charlie Brown's teacher going, wah, 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 wah. I was just like overload, like, wow. You know what I mean? So my oncologist was explaining that like in the surgery room, the, I guess, transmitter detector, I don't even know what you call this thing, but anywho, they have it in the surgery place. So they get the thing, and then they're gonna basically like scan the boob, my boob, and whenever it like dings, I guess, like it's gonna be like beep, 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 beep. And when it does, I guess that's when they know what area they're gonna cut into. So anyways, so the oncologist explained to me that they're gonna be going in through my nipple, which, because the I forget the way that the oncologist said it, but because everything was a blur, I even forget like what exactly. I should have recorded everything, I swear. Next time I will do that. But the oncologist said that I had a high risk lesion, I guess, that is behind my nipple. So they're gonna go through my nipple. So I guess that's good, because I guess like my scar is gonna kind of be hopefully hidden by the boobage of the, hopefully hidden by my nipple. I don't know. Anyway, so I don't even know why I'm laughing right now. I guess because I just feel like, wow, like I can't believe that this is my life right now. And the one good thing that has come out of all of this is that everybody has shown their true colors, and happily, a lot of those true colors are so good and have made me so happy, especially with all of y'all supporting me and being here for me, and the nice messages and the beautiful comments and everything. So I just want to thank y'all. Like, y'all more than make up for the people that aren't supporting me throughout all of this. So thank you so much. Y'all seriously don't know how much it means to me. Like, it means the world. So, I forgot what I was gonna say. Once the transmitter, so the oncologist is gonna remove the transmitter along with the other marker that was placed in there with a larger portion of my breast. Now, this is where it gets even more interesting because I was also tested for the breast cancer gene. So that day after my appointment with my oncologist, I went to get my blood drawn, and there was this like kit that they send off to a genetics lab. And so this kit is gonna test like if I have the breast cancer gene, which I'm trying to be optimistic, and I'm trying to think and tell myself like, Vanessa, you don't have it, like you're gonna be okay. At the same time, I have to be realistic because a lot of this that's happening to me, I always thought like, I hear of it happening to other people and you just never think it's gonna happen to you until it does. And then when it does, it's just like, whoa, like it's just so surreal. Like I can't even explain it. Me and my oncologist discussed what will happen if the breast gene is there. I mean, not the breast gene. What will happen if the breast cancer gene is there? And I was like, I know I started to read up on stuff after going through all of this. And I read that some women, depending on their situation and stuff, opt in for a mastectomy, like a double mastectomy. And my oncologist was like, well, that is something we can discuss if it gets to that point, and that is a whole nother appointment. So for me, I am just preparing because my oncologist did say that given the way that my abnormal cells look right now in the biopsy, was like, it's like literally right there, like the risk of it changing into cancer is like very real. So that being said, if this test comes back with me showing I have this breast cancer gene, I have already like discussed this with, you know, my kids and stuff, and I've decided after thinking about it and praying about it that it would be in my best interest to get a double mastectomy, because I already have signs of changes in my breast that are abnormal and that are right on the edge of becoming cancer. And I already am having a hard time. I'm already having a hard time just going through all of this. And so I can't even imagine like having to do like, you know, mammograms every like 3 or 6 months, and like, you know, other, you know, and given that my breasts are like extremely dense, there's a lot that is not picked up on my type of breast, you know? So given that, as well, like dense breasts are known to hide cancer very well, because it can grow in there and it can't be seen because the dense breast tissue like just is kind of like a wall, you know, masking it until it gets to the point where like, you know, you're fighting for your life. And I just don't want to get to that point. So that's something that I didn't want to have to think about, but it's very real at this time, and so only time will tell. So I'm praying for the best and I'm hoping for the best, and all I can tell y'all is something that I learned is that if you have a family history of breast cancer, or if they have found any suspicious lesions in your breast, or if they've found anything that can warrant, you know, a like red flag, I highly recommend you can get testing, this genetic testing, at the age of 25. And if it comes back, you know, even do it before you even have any lesions or whatever. Like if you just have, you know, if you have a family history of it, get it at 25. and take the genetics test. And that way, if it does come back, there's measures that you can take that will, lessen your risk of getting to the point of abnormal cells or cancer or anything like that. And then you can start with early mammograms and screenings and things. So it's really, really, really important. Like, I'm just lucky that my doctor was like, oh, you had some bleeding, abnormal bleeding of your breast. Did we check on that? And I was like, no, it just, kind of stopped and didn't happen again. So, and thankfully my doctor was like, maybe we should go ahead and get you another mammogram and check up on that. Because if it weren't for that, it was because of that recommendation and because of that mammogram that found that suspicious area to begin with. So I'm so grateful. Like, I actually cried. Like, I had a moment after my doctor's appointment and I was just like, thank you so much, because if it weren't for you, like I really, really feel like if my doctor saved my life, because if it would have been any other doctor and they had just said, oh, okay, nothing, okay, you're good, and there's some doctors, not all, but there's some out there that are like that, So I'm just grateful that my doctor is totally on top of things and is taking care of me and is just awesome. And everybody along my journey, everybody who's helped, during my biopsy and even at my oncologist office, everybody was so nice. And so throughout everything, I'm just so, so grateful. But I do urge everybody, if you have a family history, start young, take care of yourself. It is so important to be your own health advocate. I can't stress enough, and I know that y'all heard this a million times. I used to hear it a million times and I never paid attention. And, but I just, do your self-breast checks, your self-breast exams, get genetic testing if you have a family background. Take care of yourself. And if something is weird, if something is off, if something is abnormal, and you want further testing, or even if you want a second opinion, don't be afraid to ask for that. Don't be afraid to get it done. So all I wanted to say is, be your own health advocate, speak up for yourself, do what is best for you, and take care of yourself. It's just that important, especially if you have a family history. I will explain things because I know, to me, details are important. So if there's any other woman out there that is going through this journey and you just don't, because all of the videos that I would see were just oh yeah, I went for a mammogram and then, I had a biopsy, but they don't tell you oh my God, this happened and then they gave me the shot and I felt a burning in my breast. And then after that, I didn't feel anything and I didn't even feel the biopsy, so you'll be okay. I never really heard any other YouTubers that gave those details. So I like to keep it real with y'all. I like to tell y'all so that way you know it. I don't know about y'all, but for me, I like being prepared. I want to be able to go into a place and be okay, I already know what's going to be done because Van Luke told me. and and know what to expect, So I hope that I can do that for y'all. I had never heard of a breast transmitter thingy. What? I never heard of that. But anyways, that's what I'm gonna be getting installed, I guess, in my breast. I'm not sure. I don't think that they will allow me to record any of that. I can try. I will ask, and I hopefully we'll be able to get that some recorded for y'all. So I will try to record as much as my journey as possible, because I do want to bring y'all on the journey with me, and I hope that y'all enjoy being on this journey with me too. If you do, please let me know in the comments down below. For me, it's actually been a relief and it's been helpful to talk about it, especially because there's some people in my life that I wish I could talk to it about it with, but sadly they're just you know, because of my other, video not really there for me right now. So y'all being here for me means so much. So I'm very grateful for y'all. So thank you again. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really does help my channel. And if you know somebody that may be going through something similar to me, or has gone through it, or maybe that has a family history and isn't going through it, but they maybe need to know that it's very, very important, to take care of themselves because of their family history and stuff, please share this video with them. Because out of my experience, the one thing that brings me a little bit of peace is that maybe at least I can help somebody. And if I can at least help and reach out to one person, and get them to get tested early to help prevent all of these things, then my journey is worth it. So again, I want to thank each and every one of y'all. I will keep y'all posted on this journey of mine. And until next video, I hope you stay beautiful inside and out, and I love you all. Bye.